Magalacharam. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Padantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Sagra Jata Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padasagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamscha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So you are welcome today section. So I know you are all prepared for our presentation. But before we go ahead with the presentation, we have to finish the remaining purports. We started in the mantra verse 1. So now I'm going to share the screen. Just 1 minute. So where do we stop? Quickly. Who can remember? Who can remember where we stopped yesterday?
Yeah, little ahead, the next page, yeah.
Yes, are we here?
Yes. Yes, those who suffer from, those who suffer from diseases of.
Yes, very good, thank you. So let me read. Are we there? Those who suffer from diseases of the stomach must be unable to control the urges of the belly, at least according to this analysis. When we desire to eat more than necessary, we automatically create many inconveniences in life. However, if we observe fasting, days like Ekadasi and Jamastami, we can restrain the demand of the belly. As far as the urges of the genital are concerned, there are two proper and improper or legal and illicit sex. When a man is properly mature, he can marry according to the rules and regulations of the Shastras and use his genital for begetting nice children. That is legal and religious. Otherwise, he may adopt many artificial means to satisfy the demands of genitals, and he may not use any restraints. When one indulges in illicit sex life as defined by Shastra, either by thinking, planning, talking about or actually having sexual intercourse or by satisfying the genital by artificial means is caught in the clutches of Maya. This instruction applies not only to householders, but also to Tyagis, or those who are in the renounced order of life. In the book Prima Privarta, chapter 7, Sri Jagadananda Pandit says, Vairagya Bai Gramya Katana Sunibe Kane Gramya Vartana Kane Be Yabe Melibe Ane Swapane Ona Karabai Stri Sambashana Kristri Shadia Bai Yashia Chavana Yadi Chaha Pranaya Rakite Gorange Rasane Chota Harida Serakata Takeyena Mane Balana Kaibe Arabalana Paribe Ridaya Tirada Krishna Sarvada Saivabe. My dear brother, you are in the renounced order of life and should not listen to talk about ordinary worldly things. Nor should you talk about worldly things when you meet with others. Do not think of women even in dreams. You have accepted the renounced order of life with a vow that forbids you to associate with women. If you wish to associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you must always remember the incident of Chotaridas and how he was rejected by the Lord. Do not eat luxurious dishes or dress in fine garments, but always remain humble and serve their Lordship Shri Radha Krishna in your heart of hearts. The conclusion is that one who can control these 6 items, speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, and genitals, is to be called a Swami or Goswami. Swami means master, and Goswami means master of the go or senses. When one accepts the renounced order of life, he automatically assumes the title of Swami. It does not mean that he is the master of his family or community or society. He must be master of his senses. Unless one is master of his senses, he should not be called Goswami, but Godas, servant of the senses. Following in the footsteps of the 6 Goswami of Vrindavan, all Swamis and Goswamis should be fully engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord. As opposed to this, the Godas engage in the service of the senses or the service of material world. They have no other engagement. Prahlad Maharaj has further described the Godas as Adantago, which refer to one whose senses are not controlled. An Adantago cannot become a servant of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.30, Prahlad Maharaj has said, Matirina Krishne Parato Sotova, Mito Bipadya Yetagriya Vratanam, Adantagobiri Vishatam Tamishram, Purnam Punash Charipananam. For those who have decided to continue their existence in material world, for the gratification of their senses, there is no chance of becoming Krishna conscious, not by personal endeavor, by instruction from others, or by joint conferences. They are dragged by the unbridled senses into the darkest region of ignorance, and thus they madly engage in what is called chewing the chew. Okay. Any comments or contributions so far to that Prabhupada's concluding part of the purpose?
The definition of Goswami, who is Goswami? Who controls, you can hear me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mataji. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who can control his senses? That called Goswami. And
yes.
And Swami is the meaning is the
same thing.
Yeah. Goswami is the
Swami means one who has controlling senses.
Control.
Yeah. Master of the senses is the same thing, just that go is added to one. While the other one, there's no go there. Go means senses itself.
Yeah.
So Goswami, either you call them Goswami or Swami, is the same thing. It means the master of the senses. So Prabhupada meant very emphatic in that part of the purport that They are not master of their community, of the society. They are supposed to be the master of their senses, like that.
Yes.
Yeah, any other comments or contribution?
I have a contribution.
Yeah, go ahead. You have to on your video. On your video before you make your contribution, okay?
I can turn on my video for now.
Why?
Uh,
Why?
I'm in my room.
Yeah, it's okay. You can be in your room on your video. Your
Yeah.
video is on. You can go ahead now.
So anytime a sannyasi can fall, right? Anytime he can fall also. If he associates with materialistic people, like if he is surrounded by one, I mean surrounded by many, and if he walks alone, right? In his path. So
Are you making comments or you're asking questions?
no, I'm adding contribution.
Okay. Because you sound like you are asking questions.
Okay. So anytime he can fall, and it's because that the Maya is so strong, even a pure devotee anytime can fall, because outside world Maya will find a weakness anytime. So that's my realization that it's always, they say do not walk alone, right? In your path.
Thank you for your contribution. Actually, immediately the sciences stop following this instruction of Jagannatha Pandit, then there's every tendency to fall down. If they are if you're strictly following this instruction of Jagannatha Pandit, then you'll be protected. You know, Jagannatha Pandit specifically mentioned giving these comments to science.
Yeah, he said, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, he said, don't do Gramya Katha. Matlab, you don't do the other things, don't do Prajalpat. Only talk about Krishna. If you do Gramya Katha, what do you say? If we talk the other things which are not connected with Krishna, they distract us. So we
right.
should, yeah.
Yes. You're right, mother. You are contributing also. Thank you. Yeah. So I wanted to read the instruction of Jagannatha Pandit. Already we have read it. I just want to go through it again. My dear brother, you are in the renounced order of life and should not listen to talk about ordinary worldly things. This is direct instruction for the science, okay, for the swamis. Nor should you talk about worldly things when you meet with others. Do not think of woman even in dreams. Okay? So if a scientist don't want to think of woman even in dreams, he has to avoid close association with women. Very, very important. Very, very important. I remember one time when we were doing Vaishnava etiquette in Mayapur by Priya Bhagavata Swami Maharaj, was the one teaching us. So Maharaj was mentioning that because Maharaj is such a scientist who have gotten through, has passed through the trauma of having a guru who fell down, then took another one, fell down like about 3, so it was a big trauma for him, So when he was speaking to us, it was like giving some idea that there should be a strict system in ISKCON where the science, they don't need to directly deal with their Grihastha disciples. Means that so that the Grihastha disciple would not have to disturb the guru with their material activities or their troubles or problems. So he was making that there should be a system like that. Because it's not very easy for a sannyasi, women are coming to them and telling them, oh, Maharaj, this is my problem with my husband, and this and that. Oh, marriage, bringing all kind of topics that the marriage doesn't have to deal with, and in that way, bothering the marriage's mind. So it's not easy. It's not easy. So Jagadananda Pandit is saying here, if you wish to associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you must always remember the incident of Chota Readers. Who remember the story of Chota Readers? Anybody here want to share with us the story of Chota Readers?
I know, Prabhuji, but I am not speak the whole story in English. I know that.
I know that you want to share with us the story of Chota Readers.
Krishna Prabhuji, this is the one who is a Mayavadi, right? If I forgot.
No.
Yeah. Yes, sorry for that. Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
He is the disciple of Chaitanya Prabhu, but he's cooking for Chaitanya Prabhu. But one time he is cooking and he is thinking about a lady. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I can't explain now, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. You tried. So let me share the story. Chota Readers, just like you say, was a singer, also a singer for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the same time. But I don't think he's a cook, actually. He was a singer, he sang for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But what happened is that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to come to visit them, so he was the one who went to beg for the rice they cooked for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was eating that rice, he said, who has gone to beg for this rice? And they say it's Chota Readers. And he said, tell Chota Readers I don't want to see his face. Okay, what happened was, when Chota Readers went to beg for the rice, he was appreciating the woman, Madhura Lila. I think her name is Madhura Lila, David. So he was appreciating her. It's a science. He was appreciating her. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could feel that in the food, in the rice he has gone to beg from the woman. Just imagine. He could feel it. And he banished him. He said, please, I don't want to see his face again. So Chota Readers has to go and commit suicide. Because he says it's a big taboo for a Sayansi to think of a woman lustfully. To look at a woman lustfully is bawal, like you say in Tagalog, bawal. It's prohibited. So it's completely prohibited for a Sayansi to look at a woman or to talk to a woman lustfully like that. So Chaitanya Prabhu banished him. And this thing also happened during Chaitanya Prabhupada time. There was this Vishnu Jan Prabhu, or Swami, Vishnu Jan Swami, was very serious Sayansi also. So one day, because during that time of Prabhupada, they were preaching the books as Prabhupada was translating, they were preaching them. So they don't have all the Prabhupada's book at that time, especially the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So one day, Prabhupada was telling them this story of Chota Readers in his room. That if a Sayansi, after taking Sayansi, look lustfully to a woman, he should commit suicide. He should kill himself. So Vishnu Jan Swami had only this part. He didn't hear the other part. So immediately he heard that, he left the room. And that was the end of Vishnu Jan Swami in ISKCON. Because he went to commit suicide, actually. Because he was thinking, oh, Maharaj Prabhupada said this. If I'm a Sayansi, if I look lustfully to a woman, I should just end the body. So he took it very serious. So actually, it's very, very strict. So he's saying Jagadananda Prabhu is saying, you must always remember the incident of Chota Readers and how he was rejected by the Lord. Do not eat luxurious dishes. A Sayansi should not eat, because the Grihastha, they are always eager to serve the Sayansi. So when they will invite the Sayansi, they will cook variety of prasadam or menu. It's now left for the Sayansi to just pick what he needs from that. It's not his duty to finish everything just to please them. So a Sayansi has to be very, very careful. Dress in fine garments, but always remain humble and serve their Lordship, Shri Radha Krishna. So these are very strict instructions to Sayansi. And those who are very strict devotees also want to really practice on that level. Some Grihastha also, they are very strict, like that. And do some of them are even guru now, who are very strict on this level. So we can take note of that. Any other comments or contribution?
Yeah, I just want to add that regarding what Prabhupada said on his conclusion, he said that this clearly tells us how we can determine, or how can one actually, he said that the conclusion is that one who can control these 6 items, speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, and genitals, is to be called a Swami or Goswami. So from that, we can learn, or we can tell, that he did not specifically mention someone. He said that anyone, that one,
Yeah.
if one. So from this, we can learn that anyone can be a Goswami or a controller of senses. That's how we can tell, also determine who is a controller of the senses, who can control these 6 items. So it is
Right.
not, it is hard. It's gonna be hard, but it's possible. It's doable. So anyone can possibly practice this with determination and faith.
You're right. You're right. It's everyone. Actually, unless we learn to control our senses, you cannot make tangible progress on the spiritual path. So it's not like optional. If you want to make advancement in spiritual life, you have to control your senses. That is why Srila Rupa Goswami is starting this very wonderful book, concise book, with this. Unless you control the senses, you cannot make advancement in spiritual. It's just like not controlling your senses in the spiritual part. It's like trying to fetch water with a basket. Have you tried that before? Have you tried to get water with basket before? Can you hear me?
You said, Prabhu, fish with a basket.
Is not controlling our senses and wants to make spiritual advancement. It's like trying to get a water with a basket. Have you tried that before?
The water will just spill out from the basket.
It will not hold anything. So it's very, very important to control the senses. Yeah. Any other comment, contribution before we go to the next verse?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji Hare Krishna. Please go ahead.
This one I wanted to add in the purport that, hold on. When a man is properly mature, he can marry according to the rules and regulations of the Shastra and use his genitals for begetting a nice children. So I remember the class of Mother Urmila Devidasi. She mentioned there that Lord Krishna is non-envious to all of us. So sometimes if we try to like enjoy sex, even in a Grihasha ashram, we are like acting like Ravana. But since Lord Krishna is non-envious, he kind of like allow us to do that in the Grihasha ashram, but it comes with a great responsibility. So you have to like engage those things, but to have a children. So this is the things also. So you can also meditate on that if you don't want to be like Ravana, enjoying Sita for your pleasure. So I just want to share that lecture. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing that wonderful lecture. Yeah. So it's very important. Actually, if we really want wonderful children, we have to follow the Shastra. We see if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, during the beginning of the creation, when Lord Brahma, gave the duty of the creation to the Prajapatis, before they start procreating, they will go for austerity for many years. They will go for austerity for many years, both the husband and wife. In that way, you can select the child you want. It's like when you go for austerity for many years, Then when eventually you want to give birth to a child, you can select the child you want. Means when you people want to agree to bring out a child, you can say, Krishna, this is the kind of child we want. And Prabhupada gave us the rules on how to do that. On that time, on that day, we should chant. On that day, we should chant. On that day, we should chant 50 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Why should we chant 50 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Because by the time you finish chanting 60 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you will not have taste for sex life again. So you are only doing it for the duty of what you want to achieve. Because when you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you will lose taste in sense pleasure. This is the power of chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You will lose taste in sense pleasure. So you will not just be doing it as a duty, just like the Prajapatis. So we can actually select the kind of children we bring to this world. We can select the kind of children by following these rules and regulation Prabhupada mentioned here about controlling the genital. It's very, very important for Grihasthas. Okay? Any other points? So let's go ahead. We have spent 30 minutes on the remaining of this part. Now, we want to listen to the presentation. Haribo. So he's going to go first. Let us go in the order of the let us read it first. First, let us read it. Let's chant the mantra together for our purification. Then we come one by one. Okay. Atyara prayasascha.
Atyahara
prayasascha.
Prajapo niyamagaraha.
Prajalpo niyam agraha.
Jana sangascha loyamscha.
Jana sangascha loyam cha.
Sadir bhakti vinashyati.
Sadir bhakti vinashyati.
So atyara means overeating or too much collecting. Prayasas means over endeavoring. Cha and prajalpa, I do talking. Niyama, rules and regulation. Agraha, too much attachment to. Or agraha, too much neglect of. Janasangaha, association with worldly minded persons. Cha, hand. Loyam, ardent longing or greed. Cha and Sadi, by these six. Bhakti, devotional service, Vinashyati is destroyed. So translation and proper by Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. Yeah. Once devotional service is spoiled, when it becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities: eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters, practicing the scriptural rules and regulation only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulation of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, and being greedy for mundane achievement. So I want us, who is number 1 for Atyara?
That's gonna be me, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Are you ready, Prabhu? Are you ready to go?
Yes, I can try. I will try.
Yes, let's go. You have 3 minutes. Who is going to be our timekeeper?
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Prabhu, for giving me the chance.
Let me pick a timekeeper first.
Sorry, say that again.
Let me pick a timekeeper. I cannot be the facilitator and be the timekeeper so that I will not offend people. So we need a timekeeper. Who is
Yes,
ready
just
to
let me
thank
know.
people by stopping them?
I will
Yes,
do
just
the
let me
time.
know. Yeah, let me know when can I stop, because I'm just gonna actually
Well,
read. Mhm.
Prabhu Ryan, you are going to be the timekeeper.
Yes. I will do the time.
So when the time is up, you speak into your mic. You can off your mic now. When your time is up,
Okay.
when it's about 20 seconds, you say, Prabhu, your time remaining 20 seconds. Then when it stops,
20
you say stop.
seconds. Yes, just
Okay.
let me know.
Okay, let's start like that. Yeah, please. Yeah, start now.
Right.
You can start now.
Right. Start.
Start. Okay. So I was given the assignment by Kabi Prabhu to read about Atihara. So Prabhupada gave us the meaning of Atihara, means overeating or too much collecting. So this is also what I understand from the verse. He mentioned in his purport that the main problem confronting the conditioned souls is the repetition, birth, old age, disease, and death. In the material world, one has to work for the maintenance of the body and soul. But how can one perform such work in a way that is favorable for the execution of Krishna consciousness? Everyone requires possessions such as food grains, clothing, money, and other things necessary for the maintenance of the body, but one should not collect more than necessary for his actual basic needs. If this natural principle is followed, there will be no difficulty in maintaining the body. So from here we can learn, or we can understand from what Prabhupada had said, that basically collecting too much, eating too much is not advisable, it's not necessary. It will Eating too much will give just like the body. It will make us ill. It will make give us an upset stomach if we collect so much fines. Is not which is unnecessary. It will also it will not also help our progress in devotional service. And then he continues that according to nature's arrangement, living entities lower on the evolutionary scale do not eat or collect more than necessary. And he also mentioned here a very nice example about the birds. He said that if a bag of rice is placed in a public place, birds will come to eat a few grains and go away. A human being, however, will take away the whole bag. He will eat all his stomach can hold and then try to keep the rest in storage. So this from there we can see the natural we can determine, or we can, how do you say that? Yeah, we can determine the, what do you call, the activity. What if we place a grain on the floor? Birds will just take little what they need. But for humans, for some of us, for humans, which is mostly not aware of spiritual advancement, we eat, we take more, and then we take the whole bag. So this is what's happening. So Prabhupada emphasize uh, hardly on this, that collecting
Bago,
necessary, which
you have
is
10 seconds.
okay. So I'm gonna stop there. I just wanna conclude that yes, Atihara means uh, collecting or eating unnecessary, which will hinders us to our devotional service. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for your presentation. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Anybody want to
Krishna.
ask Prabhuji question regarding his presentation? You have any question for him? Quickly. Okay,
I have something to add.
I have question for you. Nothing to add now, only question. Okay. Prabhu, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Yeah, so my question is that we are talking about Atiara, overeating. So how do we know when we are overeating?
That's actually a good question. I can myself, what I practice, I cannot also tell. When I was younger, when I used to actually stay there, Radha Madhav, so we do like we held Janmashtami festivals at night, right? Mostly we celebrate the festival at night. So we all know that it's a festival. So we see all these nice preparations for Radha Madhav, different preparations. More likely more than 108 offerings. So we knowingly with those, we contemplate to our mind that I'm gonna take everything that I can. So for me, what I can say is um overeating is like not taking too much, because we can tell, but by the way we eat, when we are not when we take like how do you say that, when we feel satisfied, that's the time that we can stop eating. But taking more, and then like sometimes we devotees, I can see they keep or they
They
save for
hide, they
later.
hide for
They
tomorrow.
hide they hide for
Keep for
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
exactly. Right. So we can eat tomorrow.
That is
So
Atiara, actually. That is Atiara.
yes. So what I can say is that anything that is unnecessary, or everything that is over, everything that we oversleep, we overeat, it's really bad. So we can tell by ourselves. So yes.
Thank you
I
very
hope that
much.
answers your question, Prabhu. But if you want
Thank
to
you.
add, anyone can add.
Thank you for the answer. Somebody want to add?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead. Chitai Chandra Prabhu.
There's also in the Brahmachari handbook that at least for a brahmachari should not store prasadam, whatever is offered on the plate. He must finish that plate and then not store any more for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
This is
Thank you very much. Yes. Keeping for tomorrow is Atiara. Actually, my Guru Maharaj told me that every one of us, our stomach is the size of our palm. Our stomach is the size of our palm. But this stomach has the ability to expand 21 times the size of the palm. That is why you see some people, their stomach become very big. And some people, they can shrink their stomach also by how they control their stomach if they are eating. So because everyone's stomach is the size of their palm. It's not that one person's stomach is bigger than the other person. No. The way your palm is, that is the size of your stomach. But you can expand it based on how much food you put in, like that. Thank you, Prabhu, for your presentation and answering the question. So let's go to number 2. Who is Prayasa?
Yeah, it's mine, Prabhuji. If any mistake, then please, Shama,
Please go ahead.
please forgive me. The word is prayasascha. Prayasascha meaning is over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. So it's first we understand what is prayasa. Collecting any eating and more necessary also called prayasa. Matlab, what we do, we are running behind the things which we do lots of work, hard work for the things that are not necessary for our life. In purport, Prabhupada said, कि God gives arrangement. He gives arrangement for us. If if a baby take birth, he already arrangement the milk. Before his birth, he proposed it like that. In this purpose, Prabhupada said, if a man have a piece of land and a cow, then he can survive. We can say an example is this: like, in COVID, our necessities are so limited. We are not going outside for watching cinemas, watching and going outside for tours and all that. So we all are stuck at our home and for 2 years. And to that time, we understand that our necessary is so limited. But in this material world, we need more, and we need the material things. That's why we are doing too much hard work for gaining them, like our politicians and our they are not, they are doing lots of things, but they are not teach to people the what is our real goal. Real goal is going back to Godhead. So no one teach these things. They are not doing work on this area. And
nobody is taking the time. Oh, mother, you have gotten good. Okay, the time is on. Okay, go ahead.
No, continue. 1 minute more.
Good. You have more time.
So Prabhupada, it's I think I am out of track now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
No, it's okay, Prabhuji. Prabhupada said Vaishnav's life is a simple, plain life and high thinking. So we should be follow that path. The plain life in Hindi, I can say the Sada Jivan Uch Vichar, but a plain life and high thinking. You should live a simple life. Don't go with the branded clothes and jewelries, and because I'm an Indian woman, so we are very crazy about this gold jewelries. So we should control these. We are not trying to get them more money and all that. That's Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying, Prabhu. Actually, I
No,
have completed foundation. Actually, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, the most important thing is that you know, we go through the purport, read Prabhupada, and we are saying it now. Because when you read something and you are saying it to others, you retain some of them. So we can remember them. Whatever we understand now, we can remember, it's easier for us to apply them most of the time like that. Okay, yes. That is why we give this exercise.
Yeah,
so,
I make notes.
You said?
I make notes.
Oh, very good. Very nice. Yes, actually, devotees should take notes. Because as you are reading this book, for you to come back and read them again, you know, it may be another big work. But when you take notes, you can always go back to your notes, actually, which is very nice. So thank you. So thank you for commenting on that prayasa. Actually, Srila Bhakti Thakur mentioned about this prayasa, that we have different kind of prayasa. We have karma prayasa, we have jnana prayasa, and we have yoga prayasa, like that. Like for the karma prayasa, Srila Prabhupada explained very nicely in the purport that human life is meant for simple living, plain living, and high thinking about God. That is the purpose of human life. But we always like to complicate things, just like we have seen how much we have complicated everything in the world now. Now we are going to the high world, which will be more complicated than whatever we have now. Okay? So woman, we are always complicated, entity. We like complicated things. That is why you see this devotional, the part of devotional service is very simple actually. But because we love complicated things, we don't like to follow the simple process. It's just like when we teach people, tell people, oh, you just sit down and chant Hare Krishna, then you can go back home back to God. No, it's like, what are you telling me? So simple? No. I want something like you can tell me, put my head on the ground, raise my leg up, and put my hand like this. No, we always like complicated things. Our mind is so complicated. So prayasa also can mean, like when you say prayasa, over endeavoring. For example, how does a prayasa run our spiritual life or devotional service? For example, you are earning 25,000 pesos or 30,000 pesos or 40,000 pesos. And you are thinking of buying Ferrari. Is it possible? It's not possible. You're just going to be over endeavoring. You'll be working so hard like us. Because it's not possible from the money you're having. So over endeavoring for modern things that are difficult to obtain, Prabhupada mentioned there. Some people, they will take iPhone 15 Pro Max on credit. They know that their money cannot buy it immediately. They will take it on credit. Now they have to pay from their salary. That is over-endeavoring. You're over-endeavoring because at that time, now you are on credit. You will not have peace of mind. Anybody who is owing money, you can never have peace of mind because you have to pay back. There is Gyana Prayasa also, Gyana Prayasa. Acquiring more knowledge more than what you require is called Gyana Prayasa. You know, going to read all kinds of books that will not enhance your spiritual advancement is Gyana Prayasa. You don't need that. You only need knowledge that will inspire you on the path of pure devotional service. That is why it is mentioned in this book that these 6 things, they can destroy our devotional service. So Srila Prabhupada said, if you want to become a pure devotee of the Lord, we have to follow this system. We have to take to it very strictly. Devotees should live a very simple life. Live your life according to the salary you are earning. Don't break your head too much. Don't live beyond your means. When you live beyond your means, just to make sure to others, you create so much anxiety, then you will not be able to focus your mind properly to do the main thing of life, which is devotional service. Okay? So, any question or comments before we go to the third presenter?
One comment.
Yes, go ahead.
She was saying that women should not wear too much jewelry or try to dress nicely because this is also over endeavor. But
Who said that? Who said that?
Mataji, she just said that when she was talking about prayas, over endeavoring to looking nice and etc. But actually, it's the duty of the wife to look nice for the husband. So she shouldn't neglect.
I'm saying don't greedy about all those things. Too much greedy about the brands and all that. Then you do the prayasa for that. Collecting more jewelry. I'm talking about that.
Oh, Mataji is talking about over collecting for what you don't need. Thank you for clearing that, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because sometimes people just, like a very nice example, just keep on buying jewelries, very expensive, even though the husband is like having a headache to pay so much money for that, which they are not going to use now. And what is the use of that? They're just going to give more stress to that man. Then the man will be frustrated, thinking of how to pay for what you don't need, like all those expensive jewelry, we don't need them every day. Maybe once in a while you need them when you're going to occasion. So if it's beyond your husband's means, why should you break his head for him to get it? That is actually that is our best way to support the man, actually, to live according to the means of your husband. You're going to be happy with that person also. Because every time, if you're only trying to compare, see that woman, see how the husband is taking care of her. You don't know how they're getting their money. Why are you comparing? Everybody has gotten the different salaries, according to their qualifications. So you don't live a comparison life. You're going to make your life more frustrated, like that. So that can be over endeavoring. You're right, Mother. Thank you. Any other comment? Okay, let's go to the next
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I wanted to comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. So I was listening a lecture, but I actually forgot who actually said that. He mentioned that when we actually we're living, the more we acquire so many things, we actually put energy in those stuff. So it makes sense that when the sannyasi, they only have 3 pairs of clothes. I mean, how do you call it, dhoti? Then 3 pairs of t-shirts. They're living a very simple life, so they will not gonna put their energy so much in all this material stuff, because actually when we die, because we put so much energy in these material things, it kind of like hard for us to really go back home, because we're like, you know, maybe you have an expensive house or car. So that's why it is really like it's mentioned there in the lecture that when the jiva passed away, all the things that this jiva possessed should be burned. So I just want to share that as well. So
Thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank you. So who is the next presenter? Who is presenting?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, that's me.
Yes. Go ahead, please, Prabhu.
Prajapa means.
So we'll start the time now, Prabhu. Start the time. Prajapa. Yeah. Yes. Go ahead.
Prajapa means idle talking. So idle talking is unnecessary talking. And Prabhupada writes in the purport that when we mix with our friends, then naturally we want to, you know, not want to talk, you know, and we usually talk nonsense, just like about gossip or about sports or about politics or, you know, the latest news or whatever. There's nothing to do with Krishna usually. So this is usually due to Jnana Sangha actually. So these are kind of connected in a sense, associating with non-devotees. But if we associate with devotees, then, and specifically focus on talking about Krishna, name, form, qualities, and pastimes, then we can be free from this, how to say, anartha, I guess you can say, Prajalpa. And Prabhupada talks about how in the West, those who are not Krishna conscious, they are interested in just reading newspapers, magazines, novels, crossword puzzles, and other things. And similarly, old men, they are just simply engaged in playing cards, watching television, and debating about socio-political issues. Actually, my uncle, I have a personal experience with this. My uncle, he was an old man. He just died recently, like maybe 1 month ago or 2 months ago. So he actually, technically speaking, he was a very religious man. He went to church every Sunday. He knew the Bible, the Quran, actually many theological texts. He knew very well. He was a very great philosopher also. But you know, outside of going to church, he was just doing these things. He was just watching the news, just complaining about the politicians, how they're not doing their job, and just drinking, you know, like a armchair philosopher, and playing cards and watching television. Even though externally, like outside of this, he's going to church and singing very nice hymns for God. So it's it's very funny, like how someone seemingly so religious can have so many, you know, engage in so much prajalpa outside.
Second.
Yeah. So all of these, Prabhupada calls it frivolous activities. So all of these are included in prajalpa. But intelligent persons who are interested in Krishna consciousness should not take part in these activities. So, funnily enough, Prabhupada talks about Jnana Sangha directly after prajalpa. So it kind of shows that they are indirectly connected. That as soon as one associates with people not interested in Krishna consciousness, then naturally there'll be prajalpa, nonsense talk. So anyway, that's my contribution. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You make use of your time properly. Thank you, Prajalpa. You know, this actually is very, very important. I remember Bhakti Swami Maharaj said, if a devotee engage For devotees engaged in prajalpa, actually, they will develop lusty desire. That is, the more you engage in prajalpa, the more your sex urge will increase. So it's very, very detrimental for us to engage in ruthless talk, prajalpa, gossip, you know, like you mentioned, all those things proper mentioned in the purport, but especially like gossip. Like some devotees, they're always waiting to hear the new updates about devotees, like, what is going on about this devotee? What is going on about that devotee? You know, like they want to know what is the latest update. Oh, what is happening in Brajeko? What is happening in Makati? Oh, what is happening with this Prabhu? You know, they just want to get updates. It's not for their, it's not that they want to use it for spiritual advancement. They just want to gossip. And that is not going to help anyone in making spiritual advancement. So actually, we have to be very, very careful, just like Prabhu said, about prajalpa, idle talking. It's very, very detrimental to our spiritual advancements. So because of time, let's go to the next one. But the thing that is there, now that I've given you this assignment and you have done it, I want us to revisit this, the text again. We are going to read it together because I want us to really absorb it. You know, like in the beginning of the purport, Papa started it by talking about the different topics before he now dive into this particular topic. So I want us to connect that also. So we're going to read it together tomorrow, okay? So let's go to the next speaker. Niyamagraha.
Niyamagraha. So I
Who's
will,
going to keep the time for you?
somebody should take the time.
Yeah, because if we ask Angel to keep it, he may side you and give you extra time.
Niyamagraha. This is Niyama and Agraha. I will make my presentation and Angel will also made her.
Give her. Very okay. What happened is that because the Niyamagraha is a very big topic, so you can have 3 points each, 3 minutes each, no problem.
Okay.
So it's going to keep the time.
Can I start now? Somebody is taking the time.
Who is taking the time?
Yeah.
I'm taking.
Okay, madam. Okay, please.
Okay, I start. Hare Krishna. So, Niyamagraha. There is a twofold meaning of Niyamagraha. Niyama is means rules. Agraha means eagerness to accept, or there is a long A and with a short A. That means failure to accept. By the addition of either of these two words to the word niyama, rules and regulation, the word niyamagraha is formed. So, niyamagraha, according to this, is like simply blindly following. Niyamagraha means not accepting the rules and regulation. Another meaning of niyamagraha means simply blindly following the rules and regulation, but he does not know for what he is doing that. Everyone is doing this, but he does not understand why he is doing it. So, for example, when the first time I was visiting the temple, everybody on the arati is after offering the lamp, we used to put their hands and go and put the hands on the face, and I can see the Chiramrita, the Abhishek. I also take the Abhishek, but I don't know the meaning of this because I am just starting that time I was just starting the practice. So I don't even know that if you spill 1 drop of this Abhishek, it is equal to 8 million sins. So I am not aware of that. This is simply
I didn't know that.
blindly flowing, but blindly following. Then simply I am packed up with regulative principle. Niyamagraha means not to accept the regulative principles. Niyama agraha also means not to accept, and niyamagraha means simply I am packed up with the regulative principles, but I do not see whether I am making progress. So another example of this is simply imitating without effect is called niyamagraha. It is not necessary, but the rules and regulation followed in India be exactly the same as those in Europe, America, and other Western countries. Simply imitating without effect is called niyamagraha. Not following the regulative principle but instead living extravagantly is also called niyamagraha. So the word niyama means regulative principles and agraha means eagerness. The word agraha means not to accept. We should not follow regulative principles without an effect, nor should we fail to accept the regulative principles.
Only 5 seconds left, Prabhu.
5 seconds more.
We shall be complicated with the details only. You should always remember that eager gyastra or brahmachari,
5 seconds already over.
nobody can strictly follow
Okay,
order.
thank you.
Them. Okay.
Thank you, Babuji. Thank you very much. Let the angel speak our own.
Okay.
We are giving you extra 3 minutes for angels. So let angels make use of our time. Okay. 3 minutes.
I think we should give 30 seconds notice.
No.
5
okay.
seconds.
Yes. Okay. Mataji, please give 20 minutes, 20 seconds notice.
Okay,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, niyamagraha, niyama, rules and regulations. Niyamagraha has twofold meaning, eagerness to accept and failure to accept. So, niyamagraha means showing on the one hand that you follow many rules and regulations. Like, you see, you don't want to touch something, you do not do this, that, and on the other hand, it also means neglecting or not following rules and regulations, not practicing properly. These are things like tulasi siba, etc. that are necessary for your spiritual life. And there are also other things like that you can hear in some places, but that are not recommended by Gurudev or scriptures. Or you get some idea from your mind and follow it. That is called niyamagraha. And how does niyamagraha spoil bhakti? When we do something without a purpose, we lose this. When we do something without a purpose, we do it mechanically. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, they are two different platforms, duty and love. If you perform your devotional duties with a clear understanding of purpose, gradually you develop taste. The converse statement is also being made here. When you do something without a clear sense of purpose, how long can you continue doing that? For some time, you may continue if you are a very determined and stoic personality, but you will not continue long term. So let's be long-term devotees, be very clear about what the purpose of bhakti is. When observing the niyama, the regulation, be mindful what the purpose is. Prabhuji, that's all.
Thank you very much. You make use of your time, and I can pick very good points from your contribution. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I think, please, I want to tell you, maybe we should go a little bit 15 minutes more, please, because actually this section is supposed to be it's supposed to be 2 hours, but we're taking 1 hour. So let's go 15 minutes more, please. I hope, we all agree with that, 15 minutes more?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Mataji, Mother Alka, please forgive us. I know it's your family
But
time.
I am now I am in my kitchen and I'm switch off my video. Please, Prabhu, please allow me.
No problem. I know it's your family time. You can switch off the video and go ahead with family thing. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so now we have to the next person to give their present. Jana Sangha. Who is Jana Sangha?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, should I read the purport first before I explain?
No, that depends on your time. You have to make use of time. Who is keeping the time now?
Can I share a screen? I want to share something.
You want to share screen?
Yeah, because I want to share something about this.
Okay, let me give you let me make you co-host so that you can share the screen. But you have to make use of your time. If not,
it's okay.
You'll be okay.
Can you
now
see
you
it?
can share the screen now.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes, we can see.
Hold on. So, it says here that Jana Sangha is associating with non-devotees. Jana Sangha means to give up the associations of pure devotees, keep company with others not interested in Krishna consciousness. Whom not to associate with, Bhakti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kamis. Who to associate with, associate and serve with the devotees. Bhakta Sane Vasa analogy, stock market, materialistic clubs, chambers, and commerce to enhance their materialistic endeavors. And then where to associate. So it's in ISKCON. It gives us an opportunity to associate with devotees and benefit, awaken the dormant of Krishna consciousness. So in Jana Sangha, it also says that associating with non-devotees, one should also avoid associate with Mayavadis who simply blaspheme Vaishnavas, Bhukti Kamis who are interested in material happiness, Mukti Kamis who desire liberation by merging in the existence of the formless absolute Brahman, Siddhi Kamis who desire perfections of mystic yoga practice. All these are also classified as at how to call it, acharis. To associate with such a person is not all desirable. So I just want to read that one, and then I can explain now. Can I stop sharing? Okay.
Okay, you can stop sharing.
Yeah. So
Quickly.
based on my understanding, Jana Sangha means don't associate with non-devotees. That birds with the same feathers flock together. Back to Godhead, then you should Godhead and have a temple give us.
We're not hearing you properly now. Your mic is I don't know what is happening.
Still not hearing me.
No.
That wait, I stopped the video. You hear me right now?
Yeah, we are hearing you now.
Yeah, okay. So based on my understanding, it says that birds with the same feathers flock together. So if you wanted to go back to Godhead, you have to associate with those people who wanted to go back to Godhead, which is like, for example, you're going to the temple. So this gives us the opportunity to associate with devotees.
20 seconds to go.
Thank you. Prabhupada also says ISKCON is a society who don't forget Krishna. So how will we know that we are associating with people who does not forget Krishna? So these people are like, they're waking up early, they're chanting their rounds, they're talking about the pastime of Krishna, and their foremost goal, even their grahasya or a brahmachari, is a spiritual life. So we have to associate this kind of people. And then Srila Prabhupada also said that we have to keep the company of a devotees.
Time is over.
Okay,
Thank you very much, Ashraya Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. We want to give everybody equal opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So like, I will just quickly make one thing, then we'll go to the last speaker for today. So Jana Sangha, we're still going to read more about it tomorrow because this is very, very important point. We are going to still read the whole purport tomorrow together and we'll still talk about it. I want to do it like this so that we can really internalize this purport, okay? That's how I want to do it. I want you to read it, and we read it together, we discuss it. In that way, you can absorb yourself in the purport. You can always make reference to them, okay? So Jana Sangha, will just say something. Jana Sangha, Srila Bhakti Thakur gave an example. Jana Sangha is that he gave a very nice example that a devotee should be eager to stay in the same cage with a lion. You know what it means to stay in the same cage with a lion? That to associate with a non-devotee. That is how bad associating with non-devotee is. We should be ready to stay in the same cage with a lion or tiger than associated with non-devotee. That is how bad it is, because you are going to get polluted. There's no how you can do it. Okay? Because association means when you come together with someone, it's either you are buying the idea or they are buying your idea. So if they are buying your idea, you are giving association. If you are buying the idea, they are giving you association. That is how it goes. Okay? So let's go to the next speaker, Loyam.
Loyam.
Mother Chintia, are you there? It's your turn.
Where's Mother Ascension?
Which Prabhuji?
Mother Chintia, your turn. I'll mute your mic.
Whose turn was it?
Mother Ascension.
Mother Ascension.
Mother Chintia,
Yeah.
turn na siya.
Mother Chintia, are you there? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu Kavi giving the assignments that means Lolyam. Lolyam means is a grade for the something mundane or achievements that are mundane and being overly attached. Mudim Lolyam destroys Bhakti. Example given the Bhakti Vinoda Thakur include a desire to expand the mind by perfecting Mystica Yoga, merging into the existence of Brahman or attaining whimsical material prosperity. These are all included within the category of grade. All attempts to acquire such material benefits from so-called spiritual advancement are impediments in the attaining bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Very good. You make use of your time. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate. And also quoting back to Nectar. Very good. And okay, we have 3 minutes more because I beg permission for 15 minutes. Okay. So what we're going to do is that tomorrow we're going to go through again with these purports. And I saw that when some devotees, they make research and they quoted back to Nectar. Yes, back to Nectar have given extensive comment on this topic. So we are going to go through it together also tomorrow along with Srila Prabhupada's purport. Okay. So any comments or questions before we stop? We'll continue from the same verse tomorrow. I want us to go to, because this is very, very important verse. We have to understand, because for us to be able to surrender to Krishna, we have to understand why, like Bhakti Naja said, if you don't know why you are doing what you are doing, you will not do it for a long time. So we must know why we are doing what we are doing. Why we should come for Magalati, why we should chant our rounds. If you are not convinced why you should do it, you will not take it serious. You will not take it serious. Only when you know why you should do it, then you will be seriously doing it. If you don't know why you should chant, you will not chant. If you have taken initiation after 20 years, this is your problem. You will not even chant your 16 rounds. You just take initiation so that they will not call you Bhakta this or Bhakta that or Bhakta this. You have just taken initiation for that. Not because you want to chant. It's because you don't know why you should chant. Okay? So we're going to go through together again. Any comments or contribution quickly before we stop? We have 1 minute more.
Wait for me.
All right. Any contributions, did you say?
Yeah, any comment or contribution or question? Yeah.
I do have contributions.
Yeah, go ahead.
So first one was with the first topic, Atyahara. I was reading yesterday that for Grihastas, the Grihasta should invite guests to come to his house to perform like sangha, like satsanga, and to do kirtan, etc. But then he should feed all his guests, and he should first feed the seniors, then feed the children, then feed the women, and then he should go outside, and then he should call out or invite all his neighbors. Yes, please come to my house. I have cooked a lot of prasadam. I've cooked a lot of food. Please come to my home. And then after that, then he may take prasadam himself. He must feed himself last.
Yeah.
So in
That
order
used to
for
be
him
the culture these days.
yeah. So that's in order for us to overcome the habit of over collecting, so that we should feed everyone and provide, for everyone else first, and then consider ourselves last.
Yeah. Actually, just to corroborate your contribution, when there is prasadam in the temple, want to serve prasadam, those who volunteer to serve prasadam, if you sincerely serve prasadam, before you'll be so satisfied before eating that the hunger of eating will naturally go away. When you serve prasadam sincerely,
This is true. I agree. Yes, it's true.
when you
Yes.
serve the prasadam very sincerely, that hunger, oh, I want to eat, would naturally you'll be so satisfied just by seeing others be happy and serving them. You'll be so happy that the hunger will go away.
This is true.
It's very, very important to be selfless, actually. Okay, so we'll stop it there, and we'll continue from tomorrow. Vanja kapatarubiascha, kripa sindubia evacha, patitanam pavanevio, vaishnavio namunamo. Napagopareke.
Jai.
Jai.
Jai Shila Prabhupada. Thank you so much.
Hare
Jai.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Bye bye.
Krishna. Thank you, everyone.